everyone, this is Amber with Amber Crafting. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I am back with another DIY planner subscription unboxing. So for those of you that are new, welcome. I'll give a little introduction on the DIY planner subscription. A few months ago, I was reorganizing my items and found that I had so many beautiful planner covers and a little bit of FOMO that comes with seeing everyone's various planner subscriptions from different shops and businesses on social media. I decided to curate my own subscription for myself and wrap up little packages, one per month, and open a seemingly new planner for myself at the beginning of each month and do a new setup. So my setup is a B6, and I have different colors of B6 folios and different B6 accessories, and I make some of my own and other items that you would put in a planner. So this is my B6 for December. I'll disassemble it and then open the January B6. And since we're at the beginning of a new year, there is a little bit of New Year planner setup as well. So without further ado, let's get started. I did start my planner subscription in October. October was the first month that I've done it, and so December would be my third month. So I have 9 months to go of different little packages, and I'm really excited because since it was such a few months ago that I had packaged them for myself, I would forget like all of the items that I included. So opening each one was a surprise. What I am happy about is that the B6, I really grown into it. I really love the size, both for planning at home as well as planning on the go. It comes with me everywhere, and I find that I'm using my planner a lot more, like for brain dumps and for note taking and things like that. So I think the true mark of planner piece is that you're actually using your planner, and I definitely am using my planner. And every time I do this new monthly setup, I learn a little bit about myself, and it's allowing me to tweak some things as needed. So I have 4 inserts in December, and the inserts were a reading journal. There is my monthly planner, so that's like weekly and daily planning. And then this is like my brain dump notebook, and I've used this a lot and been able to be more productive by having a place to note my ideas when I think of them. And lastly, I had this lists book, and as you can see, I did not use the list book at all. It's adorable. I'm not sorry that I didn't use it. I didn't use it because my monthly and weekly and daily plans were so well placed, and there was enough space for notes, and my brain dump notebook also had enough space for notes. So I know now for January I don't need a separate lists insert. The other item that's changing a little bit is my reading journal. I have read a lot this month, but took less notes on the books. And I think it comes from just like reading so much. I was really not stopping to review them or create journal spreads, and that's okay, but I have really enjoyed the act of reading this month in particular, and having the reading journal is helpful for my to-be read list, as well as keeping tracks of things that I have read. But since I haven't journaled as much, I'm changing my reading journal for January and going forward as well. Another thing I've learned is that this pocket in the planner is really excellent for pens, and I've enjoyed using the various pens and highlighters for either my note-taking or my daily plans. And lastly, I have used stickers a lot less. The stickers I'm using consistently are these, the weather stickers. I've been enjoying tracking the temperature and the weather conditions. Here in New York, we're having a very cold winter, and I am loving it, even though a lot of other people are not. There's something about like the crisp air and then coming indoors after you've been outside that really is renewing to me. And I did enjoy my pocket game. So that is my December planner setup. And this will be going away. I'll probably bring it out maybe again next winter, or this would be a very pretty summer color as well, like an ocean blue or vacation type of setup. So this is my January planner, and the color is white, so I think perfectly appropriate for winter. So let's see what I have. Okay, so there is it's just a very crisp white, and I've already included a charm to go along. That's perfect. And it looks like there's some little goodies in the bag. There is a pen that's pink, and there are some additional paper clips. I use the clips to hold my place in my actual planner part of the inserts, and I'm going to use this bag to house the old December book, or I shouldn't say December book, the blue book, because I may bring this out again in the summer. So now that that's away, let's take a look at what I have packed for myself. Oh, so here's my January planner that I made and pre-filled. It looks like I've got some paper clips, journaling cards, planner tails, Post-its, and in this handy pocket I have a bookmark. Oh, they're beautiful winter bookmarks. Some more Post-its and dashboards. On the dashboards I'm going with, looks like a cool floral tone. So that is, oh, and it looks like there's some stickers here. Oh, these are page flags. Oh, those are adorable. Okay, so the page flags would go perfectly there, and I can see that they match the dashboards. So the dashboards, there's 4 of them, I think. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is fold these, and I usually cut a notch in the center of the dashboard so that it doesn't pull against the strings. Okay, so now we'll look at the inserts next. So the inserts that I have are this January booklet, and it has the monthly, I have my week at a glance, and then I have daily pages, and I have this repeated, so again, week at a glance, and then daily pages, and so on. And I've really enjoyed this format of planning because it has been working really well for me in terms of being able to see appointments that are weekly, and then the going into daily pages to see the tasks and items that I want to complete as part of my ideal day. And so I look forward to using this over the next month. So that's the planner portion. That's going right in the front. The next booklet that I'm adding is my reading journal. And what I've done here is I've created a reading journal for the year. And this journal has my reading, so it says my year in reading. It has my reading goals. There's a quote here by James Clear that says the quality of your thoughts is determined by the quality of your reading. Then I have my book rating rubric, and this is how I rate and rank my books and how I determine whether it was a good book or not. Then it goes into monthly planning pages. So I like to keep my reading either seasonal or thematic. And so here for January, I get to look at the calendar, decide or make a commitment to how many books I'm reading for that month and what books they'll be. Do I have any book clubs going on or like assigned reading? And then, so here's my books to read list, and then what I actually read. And then after that, I get to do a wrap up where I can write in my statistics of my average rating and how many books from different genres that I read, and then how I felt about that month. And that repeats for the whole year. I really want to migrate this book from month to month as I change out of these covers. And at the back, there is where I have my tracking pages and other things. I have a page layout for my book clubs. I don't want to belong to any more than 4 book clubs. I think that's a good number. So if I have 4 book meetings a month, that would be ideal. And those are my book club pages. So I'd put the name of the book club, the location, meeting frequency, what types of books we read, and then this would be the list of books that I'm reading in that book club. Then I have the pages where I can color in the books that I've completed. I enjoyed doing this in my bullet journal, so I wanted to dedicate some pages for that. There's about 25 books per page, and I allowed myself 4 pages. Then I have a yearly reading log, so ideally I would want to read a book every day and color these in as I go along. I have my favorite books of the year, so January through December, and then the title and the author. Then I have genre tracking, so I can tick these columns in as I'm reading from different genres. Book recommendations, book purchases, books that I'm borrowing from the library, and additional notes. So that, I think, would go really well, perhaps towards the back, because there is tracking, but I don't know if I would be touching this every day. Really, I want to have it as a reference. Then something new that I'm adding to my setup for this month is this Stalogy, and I want to use this in place of my brain dump notebook. And the reason I want to use the Stalogy is because I really like the paper, and I want to be able to art journal on the go and do watercolor, and the watercolor on this paper comes out really lovely, and I'm thinking that if I just have this in my everyday carry, I'll be able to watercolor on the go or on demand. because I can carry markers and a watercolor pen with me at all times. So now that I'm looking at this, I wonder if maybe I have too many dashboards and should I remove one? And how would I fit the Stalogy in here? I'm speeding over this part because at this point in setting up the planner, I was rethinking some things. First, the Stalogy. I attempted to put it in the back pocket of the cover because this is where I know a lot of other planners that use that system put that notebook, and after doing that I rearranged a couple of the other inserts, and I'm checking to see how chunky the actual planner is. What I'm going to try to do next is see if I can still use that back pocket with the zipper to hold pens and highlighters, because I don't want to lose that functionality of this cover. This is one of my favorite things about this notebook. After putting in some pens, I see that it is a little bit chunky, so I'm wondering now if the Stalogy could go in another section of the notebook. Maybe something like the center, where I can use the center straps to anchor the cover in there. So I tried that. One strap in the front against the front cover and going into the spine, and then the second strap, or that's the second and the third strap. So the third strap going against the back cover and bumping up against the spine. And I really liked the way this worked. Yeah, I think I quite like that, being anchored by those two middle straps instead. Alright, and then let's put the reading journal in the back. And then my back pocket I can use for pens and things like that, because I really enjoyed having that extra space. Alright, so journal is set up. Now let's look at pocket stuff and fun accessories. I'm gonna put these two dashboards back in my stash, and or I might maybe cut these up and make some additional bookmarks with them. I have these as well, so I don't know. That's for further consideration. Now so we've got stickers. I've got the weather stickers, which I loved and have been using them non-stop. Those have to stay. The pens that I'm keeping, I really liked these two light blue ones, as well as the this midliner and this purple highlighter. So those are coming with me. And I also had a brush lettering pen. This was a Food and Asuke in gray. I like the gray better than black. It just looks a lot softer, and then I would go back in and color with the black. Oh, and then last I have this Sarasa dry pen, and this is going in there as well. So those are the pens. Now I've got bookmarks for the front. We have this one says winter, and it looks like it's a White Barn candle. So that looks great. I had another bookmark. Let's see, I had this card, this Coco Cozy card. That may go really pretty on the front. The front of either this dashboard, or let's see, I have the blue dashboard in the back. I think I'm going to put this on this dashboard here. We've got Cocoa Cozy. I've got a couple of coffee themed stickers. And these I would use for my daily planning in the morning, like either having meetings or appointments. And then I have a couple of coffee quotes. So I'm going to put them right here. I think I'll put them in the back. Do these fit in this pocket? They don't. Alright, so those are there. Let's work on affixing the Cocoa Cozy to the dashboard. So I've got my tape runner here. And then I'm going to go over this with my burnishing from my bone folder, just so that I can make sure that the glue is tightly adhered to the paper. Because since the planner is a little bit chunky, I don't want it to bend and pop off. So there's that. So in hindsight, maybe I should have done my dashboard decorating before putting everything in the binder. All right, so there we go. I want to make a card for this pocket. Maybe I can put in either an affirmation or like a fashion doll or something right here. So that's a note for myself. Items left for me to do, and that is set up. Something to look at in this pocket. The first idea that I had was to find either a full box sticker or a doll that matched the theme of this month's notebook, or even a sticker from the stickers that I had from last month. What I eventually ended up deciding on was this sticker collection for winter, because I hadn't ended up using it the way that I thought that I would. And I want to go along and take some scrapbook paper that matched the dashboards for the notebook and put together a mini journaling card that would fit this pocket perfectly. After I measured and cut the pieces, I went ahead and got my tearing ruler to tear this square in half diagonally, and I then go in with some distressing ink in a soft gray to distress the edge where that tear line is, just to give a little bit more contrast. I really want those white lines to show and to appear a little bit more defined after I put my sticker down. So after that, I got some washi tape. This has script words on it to add to the bottom part of that square, and then taping the piece of scrapbook paper on top. So there's a little feature, and then I go ahead and cut out one of the stickers from this winter sticker kit, and it was that snow globe that says winter. After cutting the snow globe, I did also want to incorporate one of the other stickers from that kit, and that was the sticker with the mittens on it. So I kind of fussy cut around the mittens as well to go on the bottom half of that square. So even though some of the words are covered, you can still see there is a multi-dimensional look to that card. So after the mittens are adhered, I did go and add the winter snow globe. So I'm putting that down right in the middle so that it is the first thing that I see when I open up my planner. And I take a black fine liner pen, and I use that to add a couple of like sketchy details to the outside of the snow globe because it's white and I wanted to pop out against the background. So after doing that, I put that in the pocket, and I am going to call that
winter.
planner.
That took longer than I thought it would, but the results are great. I'm happy with
complete. So I hope that this setup was inspiring for you. If you have things in your stash that maybe you haven't worked with for a long time, I encourage you to set up a planner subscription for yourself, either with binder covers and inserts, or even stickers. Maybe pull them out and put them in an envelope for yourself and post date them for the future months that you could use them for. Without further ado, I'll let you go, and thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you next time. Bye.